Namaskaram to all Atmas. Today, under Vishwashanti, People's Peace Parivar. Parivar means family. The objective of this Vishwashanti Peace Parivar is to make the entire world as one family, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and to work for bringing peace to humanity by uplifting the needy people of the society and the world, to bring real peace to humanity and real peace to the world. This is the objective of Vishwashanti. Vishwashanti means world peace. People's Peace Parivar. People's Peace Parivar means Vishwashanti, one who aims for bringing Vishwashanti by bringing peace to humanity. This is the family in which we all should join together and fulfill it. In that respect, we are taking the objective is to make the entire world as one family. But in that respect, first we are starting from our state, then our city, our state, our country, then world, entire world. This is the life's mission. In that respect, today, how we all people can join as an Indian family to fulfill our duties. Here, there are two issues that each and every human being has to fulfill it. One is the social duty and the personal family duty. Everybody will be doing personal family duty, but many people say they don't have time to focus on the social family, and they ignore it also because of circumstances or because not to interfere into this vulnerable station of the political people. We need not necessarily involve in political area. People individually they can fulfill their social duties. Business people, they can fulfill their social duties. And we all can join together and raise our voice of India to the government to fulfill certain social duties by giving certain charter points that is being presented here. And in that respect, we can take the support of opposition parties and press and media to raise our voice. This is what we individually can do it. And in that respect, the duty of government to fulfill, to make our country a developed nation, there are 18 charter points that is being presented here. So out of that 18 charter points, the first one is education for all. The 18 charter points is education for all, child empowerment, youth empowerment, women empowerment, then employment for all, health for all, water for all. This water for all includes river water integration and rainwater integration. Health for all, food for all, society for all, people's ombudsmen. These are all at a macro level for individual people's growth. The economic status, how we can improve the economic status of the individuals. The second one is macro national level. Is election reformation, political reformation, tax reformation, judicial reformation, executive reformation, foreign policy reformation. So various things we are going to cover under this 18 charter points. And that respect, today we are going to first touch upon the first charter point is education for all. So today, the Japan, after Nagasaki, Hiroshima atom bomb exploded by the Americans in the World War II, the entire country, though it was demolished, they came out of that tragedy, and the people built the country to develop nation in just 40 years, because this was possible only by people and the government focusing on education, health and employment of the people. That improved the productivity and they were able to achieve that one. But today, after 75 years, still we are a developing nation with majority of people still living under poverty, literacy and employment. So in that respect, education today has become very costly in India. People have to pay capitation fee to study engineering courses, medical courses. People have to spend a lot for NEET examination And people who want to aspire for IIT, they have to spend for JEE entrance exam right from 6th standard. So only those who have got money, they can able to pursue higher studies. That is the position prevailing in India now. But education should be made available to everybody. There are a lot of poor students who are very intelligent, but they couldn't get the opportunity to pursue higher studies, and they remain in the mediocre level only. So any person for that matter, irrespective of their economic status, government should first focus in shaping every individual, every child, every student, every youth into a valuable asset of the nation, because that only can make the economy of the country to grow, because these are the pillars of India. So what we have to do is, we have to first focus on giving the education to every Indian citizen according to the intellectual capacity. Not that everybody can become engineers or doctors. People have different intellectual capacity. According to intellectual capacity, we have to show him an education, whether it is academic or technical, in whichever way, so that they can stand on their own feet and become a good citizen rather than become a liability to the nation. So in that respect, an education for all, government should make education for all from LKG to PG or any category, any categories of exam, science, arts, engineering, medicine, every area, any education, it should be made free. Government should introduce one nation, one syllabus system. So today, each and every state has a different syllabus system, different quality of education, and CBSE has another quality of education. Because of it, the people having high standard of education are able to succeed in their career, whereas the government school students, students with matriculation, these areas where they could not able to compete with the higher standard CBSE people, they are unable to succeed in their career. So this should not be there. Government should introduce one nation, one syllabus system, so that there is a uniform education syllabus for the entire country, so that all children get same quality of education. Today in any other country, if you see, they follow their mother tongue as for the entire nation fully for education purposes. But India being a multilingual country with multi-cultural people, we cannot have the single language system for the entire country. So we need to follow the British English for communicating with as a one country. There is no option, but we have to follow that one. And they can make the regional language as one of the important languages, as a second language, common mandatory language. And the third language is the national language of Hindi. This can be made optional. So today we are fighting, we want only our regional language, not national language. So in each one, any person from Tamil Nadu, if you want to go to Kerala or Karnataka or in North India, if they know English, Hindi, they can be able to succeed. English also some people doesn't know, but Hindi everybody know. So national language is also equally important. So as far as the education is concerned, what type of education the children should be given at the younger age is very important. Because we should provide the children with such a type of education that they can build a good conduct and character in themselves with a spiritual foundation. So for that, what we have to do is, we have to introduce like common, as I told, common syllabus and common subjects should be implemented throughout the country. In that respect, in social studies, the regional patriots, philosophers, politicians, etc., this should be included in the history of the region. Everything should be included in the social studies. Other subjects like English, maths, science be made common throughout the country. Yoga, meditation, moral and spiritual, psychological and physiological subjects be taught to students in a practical way to shape them with a good conduct and character. So this is very, very important. We are not giving focus. Meditation, moral, spiritual, physiological, psychological subjects. So how to face the life, how we have to overcome anger, jealousy, hatredness, all these things, how it happens, people should be taught at the school level itself, so that they know that they gain knowledge and they can shape themselves in the right path. Besides this, in order to avoid children to become criminal without this knowledge, in school level itself, students should be taught in constitutional law, basic criminal law, Indian Penal Code, be taught to make children aware of what is wrong and what is right in the society. So, in schools, the government should implement up to 8th standard is made all pass presently. So, in 8th standard, teachers should evaluate the IQ level of the students, especially those weak students who fail in math, science, English, and give them a psychological study to identify in which area they are interested, like music, dance, sports, technical line, carpentry, AC mechanic, or various areas. So, at the 8th standard level, where the children get basics knowledge of the that is called literacy level, basic literacy level. Their children, those who are successful in academic, they can pursue. But everybody should be given an opportunity to shape their career according to their aspiration and talents. So those who are, because normally students of the 8th standard become school dropouts. We should not have any school dropout because they drop out because they could not able to understand the subject and pass in the subjects. For such kind of people, they got certain inner talents in some other area. You have to identify the talents. What is the talent he's having? He's having interest in sports, games, cricket, football, anything. Identify it and give them training in that area and make them to participate in inter-school competition level, inter-college competition levels, state, regional level, district level, national level, international level. I think when you start doing this, they can able to bring out their talents out and shape their career. Though academically they are not strong. Today, so many people who are not academically strong, they become a successful people like Tendulkar, Kamala Hassan. So many people like Saravana Bhavan, Saravana Stress person like that. So you should make identify the area of interest and shape them into that area so that they become a valuable asset to the nation. And as regards the quality of education that we provide throughout the country in all schools, even in the remote government village schools, what type of education should be provided is we should give them high standard education. So each and every government schools, even remote village, they should have a smart classrooms. A centralized high quality teachers in from the Delhi or the regional language, regional state capital. From there, in the studio, they should record each and every subject daily and send throughout the country or throughout the state, for all people to. Throughout the country is the best because common subject like English, math, science, cultural, social studies, all these things common subject which can be made common from national level. English also. Regional language alone we can make state level. All other subjects we can make national level. So that in the smart screen, each and every subject should be taught with examples, with videos, so that every child can able to understand subject and improve their knowledge and have a strong intellectual capacity. So this kind of smart classes should be brought in the system. So next is government can create a national education fund where people or corporates or NRIs can contribute donations which the government, besides the tax money and education cess collected from the public, can use these funds also for constructing schools, colleges to provide free education to all up to UG, PG, PhD level at international to give education at international standards is very important. Those private sector education institutions running schools and colleges in arts, science, engineering, medicine can be taken over by government or they can be made to run as aided schools and compensate the promoters of such institution and pay the salaries for the students, teachers, and incorporate lab equipments, all these things as a government aided school we can do. And head of run the institutions to provide free education to all at all levels. So this is the way how we have to bring in education so that people irrespective of their intellectual capacity, they can gain knowledge, can train themselves to have a employable skill with them, so that they can, after completion of their education, they can get right employment as a job, or they can become a self-employed youth and take a self-employment avenue for their livelihood, so that they can grow with flourishingly and with great heights if they put hard efforts in their area and grow themselves. So this is the education for all concept. The objective is 140 crore people should become a talented people. They have got a lot of talents in them. We have to tap it and bring it and see that we create a employable entire 140 crore people as employable asset, so that the productivity of each individual grows. This naturally, then the productivity of nation grows. That brings in increase the per capita income of the individuals and also the per capita income of the nation at large, that make our country into a developed nation. This is one of the first foundation stone, is to give education for all. So let us all join together in this Vishwashanti Parivar to, you can enroll in this website, through this website, to become members, so that we all can raise our voice. I'm inviting opposition parties, press and media also to join in this movement to raise our voice, to present these 18 charter points to the government to implement it and see that we are joined together and work for the upliftment of the poor and shape our nation into a developed India. So let us all do these things. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.